Today, I'll be making authentic katsu curry. The katsu will be made with chicken, not pork. First, slice the green part of the green onion, which will be used as a topping at the end. Cutting the parts eaten raw first saves you from having to wash the cutting board multiple times. Remove the core from the onion and slice it thinly. When removing the core of an onion, hold the blade of the paring knife with a shorter grip, and twist gently to easily remove it. Making a slit along the side of the part being sliced first allows for finely chopping it like this. In the video, I used 3 small onions, but if you have larger ones, 2 should be enough. Freeze the sliced onions until they are frozen. Freezing the onions breaks down the cells, allowing for quick caramelization. If you don't have time to freeze them, you can skip that step. Peel the carrots and slice them. Do you know that some British people call curry like the one in the photo katsu curry? From a Japanese perspective, it's akin to calling potato fries fish and chips. It's really heartening to see interest in Japanese food culture, but for me personally, it's a bit of a mixed feeling. Remove the garlic clove sprouts, then crush them once before finely chopping. If you found the video interesting, or enjoyed making the dish yourself and found it delicious, I would be incredibly happy if you could leave a comment in the video's comment section. Feel free to write any questions or requests about cooking, and I'll consider them for future reference. Your input is greatly appreciated. Peel the ginger and finely chop it. You can prepare curry for 3 to 4 people with the recipe featured in this video. Pour cooking oil into the pot, and sauté the onions over medium heat. Add a generous amount of cooking oil when sautéing the onions. Adding a bit of salt helps to extract moisture from the onions more quickly. Continue sautéing until the onions turn caramelized. If the bottom of the pot starts to burn, add a small amount of water and mix it to loosen the burnt bits. Doing this prevents it from burning further. If you feel like you need more cooking oil, go ahead and add some more halfway through. Using a generous amount of oil will help to caramelize the onions more quickly. Caramelized onions can impart deep richness, sweetness, and complex umami to the curry, resulting in a rich flavor profile. When the onions turn caramelized, add the minced garlic and ginger. Infuse the oil with the aroma of garlic and ginger. Garlic should be added at this stage, not simultaneously with the onions, as prolonged sautéing can cause the aroma to dissipate. What a delightful aroma! When the aroma of garlic and ginger comes through, add the carrots. Lightly sauté them and then add the tomato paste. This curry recipe is different from regular curry in that it doesn't need to simmer for a long time. The reason will be explained later. Add water and thoroughly dissolve the burnt bits at the bottom of the pot into the soup. Add stock cubes, a hint of instant coffee for depth, and oyster sauce, then let it simmer. The cooking time is approximately 10 to 15 minutes. Once the vegetables have softened, it's ready. This time, I'm using 2 types of curry roux, golden curry and Java curry. Using just one type is fine, but combining 2 types enhances the richness of the final dish. Add the curry roux after turning off the heat. Stopping the heat and letting it cool slightly before adding. The curry roux prevents lumps from forming and allows it to dissolve more quickly. The reason why this curry recipe doesn't require long simmering is because it's blended into a sauce-like consistency using a hand blender. Once the curry becomes liquid, strain it. While it may require more effort than regular curry, this version offers a greater sense of unity with the katsu. The concentration of the curry should be around this level. If it's too thick, thin it out with water. Nice! Looking forward to pairing it with the katsu. The katsu will be made using chicken breast. Make several incisions in the chicken breast. Making incisions allows the seasoning to penetrate more easily. Make similar incisions on the other side as well. Be careful not to make the incisions too deep, as it may result in holes. Place it in a Ziploc bag and add rice vinegar and sake. I have prepared a spring-themed sake cup that changes color. Today's sake that I'm using is called Dasai from Yamaguchi Prefecture, Kanpai. It has a vibrant floral fragrance, honey-like sweetness, a refined mouthfeel, and a slightly lingering aftertaste. Since it doesn't go well with curry, I'll stick to water during the meal. Rub in the vinegar and sake to let them penetrate. Remove the air and let it sit for 10 minutes. Wipe off any excess moisture and season with salt and pepper. The same for the back side as well. Since it's assumed that the curry will be eaten together with it, it's okay to lightly season the meat. Mix the eggs well. Coat evenly with flour first. Be sure to coat the incisions thoroughly as well. Next, shake off any excess flour and dip it into the egg mixture. Finally, coat it with panko. Pressing by hand ensures that the panko adheres firmly to the chicken. Heat the oil over medium heat. The ideal temperature for frying chicken katsu is 170 degrees Celsius. During frying, avoid touching the katsu. Excessive touching can cause the batter to come off. Depending on the thickness, the frying time is typically 5 to 7 minutes. To achieve juiciness in fried food, aim to cook it to about 80% doneness, without heating it fully to 100% internally. Once it's golden brown, remove the katsu from the oil, and stand them up like this. By standing them up after frying, excess oil drains off more easily. Let it rest for 5 minutes in this state. While the katsu is resting, plate the rice and curry. It sounds great. It's frying up really crisply. When cutting, make a gentle incision into the coating of the katsu, then slice through in one swift motion, dropping the blade straight down. Using a sharp knife is also key to achieving clean cuts. Top it off with some Fukujinzuke if you like. Sprinkle the cut green onions on top. Itada kimasu. Sake doesn't pair well with curry, so I'll stick with water. Can you see that the katsu is fried to a juicy perfection? With no ingredients in the curry, it's easy to coat the katsu with the curry sauce. The harmony between the katsu and the curry is incredible. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.